Hi there, my name is Kramer Wetzel. This is for Astrofish.net. This is for the week that's going to start Monday, April 6th, 2009. Welcome, one and all. What this is about, what we've got to look forward to in the next couple of days. One of the first things I was going to look at, one of the first things I wanted to really address, has to do with Mars. Mars right now is in Pisces. Mars is also going to be lining up here pretty quick. It's going to be lining up with Uranus. Uranus is going to make this Mars energy really very, very interesting. Now, before we get to Mars lining up with Uranus, though, the first thing we're going to have is we're going to have Mars opposite Saturn. That's going to be kind of a trigger point. Saturn is of course, over there in Virgo, and with Mars opposite it, what it's going to do, it's like Saturn represents structure and represents important things, like an authority figure, for example. And what we've seen happen is we've seen people revolt against existing authority figures. That's Mars. And some of this is going to be a violent way of reacting. And we've seen that happen if you look at the recent turn of events. That's a function of Mars being opposite Saturn. And what we're trying to do is some changes. Everybody's got changes in their life. It's how you approach these changes that's so important. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't include some visual clues here, okay? There's the first visual clue. That's Venus. Guess what? Yeah, see? That's Venus, all right? That's upside down. There we go. Venus is indeed retrograde. Venus is still retrograde. This whole Venus being retrograde thing is going to be pushed even further. Venus is squaring Pluto right now. Great agents of change, both of them. They're pushing for something. On top of that, we're going to have a full moon a little bit later this week. That full moon is going to be, right before it gets full, it's going to square, it's going to fill out a T-cross between the moon and Pluto and Venus, and it's going to make things really uncomfortable. This has to do with matters of taste. This isn't necessarily about relationships, but it's about taste. Okay? What looks good? Now, you can see, as you might expect, I've got on a Hawaiian shirt, and I think it's a rather tasteful Hawaiian shirt. I'm not sure everybody's going to agree with that, okay? Now, that's the sort of thing, it's okay to wear a Hawaiian shirt right now because they're loud and crass, and that's the way we should be for the rest of this week. It's just going to be easier. One of the things that I've found that is really useful at this time is a little breathing exercise. And I would suggest that you consider incorporating that breathing exercise, especially as the moon gets full. One of the things that's important about the breathing exercise is that you get enough oxygen into your system. And that's one of the little clues that I would have. That's one of the little suggestions that I would use right now for dealing with the way things are. Try to incorporate a breathing exercise. I don't know which breathing exercise you want to use, but find one that works for you. And again, that's what I would suggest as a way to deal with what we've got that's coming up. It's not going to be altogether bad. You just have to remember there's going to be a little bit of extra tension floating around. Not buying into that tension. I think that's the secret. Good luck. Y'all have a good week now, you hear?